Welcome to Gospel Music USA, bringing you the best in Southern gospel music from coast to coast. Now here are your hosts of Gospel Music USA, Danny Jones, Karen Peck Gooch, and Mike Lefevre.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Gospel Music USA, your home on the television for great Southern gospel music. My name is Danny Jones.
I'm Karen Peck Gooch with New River.
And I'm Mike Lefevre, the Lefevre Quartet, and we're so glad you're with us today. It's going to be a great program.
We're glad that you're back.
Yes,
you
we are.
You have wandered in and found your way down. We are proud of you.
See, I have to
That's
go
right.
out. I have to go out and sing every now and then. So
Well, we kept telling the folks at home that you would be back one day, so
I'm
we're
back.
glad to have you
I'm
back.
Right.
I'm
So
back,
we
and
got
everything's going to be smooth since I'm here.
Right.
Today.
We got him out of
Yes.
jail. He's fixed up. He's ready to go. It's going to be great.
We have a great show today.
We do. We have a very talented family. Now, when I say we have the biggest group that's ever been on Gospel Music USA, I'm not kidding. I'm not even talking about their size. We have the largest number of people on one stage at one time. This is a world record for Gospel Music USA. Will you please make welcome a very talented family, the Allen family.
Savior, living in the light of a kingdom come, living in the light of His grace and favor, living in the night with the hope of dawn, living my life to tell His story, living to tell what He's done for us, living my life in the light of glory, living in the light of love.
Death was my best friend, and darkness was my home, and grace was just a story, and I just wanted to be alone. But then one day the door swung open, my blinded eyes saw the light. Jesus said, from this day forward, welcome to your brand new life. And now I'm
Living in the light of a risen Savior, living in the light of a kingdom come, living in the light of His grace and favor, living in the night with the hope of dawn, living my life to tell His story, living to tell what He's done for us, living my life in the light of glory, living in the light of love.
Well, now hope is my vision, and mercy lights the way, and grace is painting color into my world that once was gray. From a prison to a palace, I have a different point of view, and my life, it's so much brighter since the day the light broke through. And now I'm
Living in the light of a risen Savior, living in the light of a kingdom come, living in the light of His grace and favor, living in the night with the hope of dawn, living my life to tell His story, living to tell what He's done for us, living my life in the light of glory, living in the light of love.
of a great salvation, living in the light of a transformation, of my brand new title, living in the light of a soul revival, of a mercy falling, living in the light of a holy calling,
Living in the light
of a world in need.
living in the light of a coming King, living in the light of a risen Savior, living in the light of a kingdom come, living in the light of His grace and favor, living in the night with the hope of dawn, living my life to tell His story, living to tell what He's done for us, living my life in the light of glory, living in the light of love, living my life to tell His story, living to tell what He's done for us. Living my life in the light of glory, glory, glory. Living in the light of love.
Thank you. And this next group has been called the youngest male quartet in Southern gospel music. I'm not sure if that's quite correct, but I do know that our tenor singer is just 10 years old. Hope you'll enjoy this old quartet classic.
Listening to a radio station where the mighty host of heaven sing. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. If you want to hear the songs of Zion coming from the land of endless spring, get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. Heaven's glory share. Turn your lights down low. And listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Listen to the songs of the fathers and mothers and the many friends gone on before. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Some eternal morning we shall meet them over on the Hallelujah shore. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. Heaven's glory share. Turn your lights down low. And listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. Heaven's glory share. Turn your lights down low. Turn your lights down low. Listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Gospel Music USA. Our guest today, the Allen family, and if you've never had an opportunity to visit with these guys either at a concert or a church service, I promise you, you have missed an incredible blessing. You need to go out and experience that. This is a living example of a family that prays together, stays together. You guys are around each other 24/7, 365, and if it's leap year, 366 days.
Exactly right.
So tell us a little bit about the Allen family. 20 years
20
this
years.
year. And by the way, this is Michelle and Todd Allen,
Right.
just in case you didn't know them.
Thank you.
And give us the brief bio of the Allen family.
Yeah, well, 20 years ago, I was pastoring a church, and she was a pastor's wife, and we just felt like God was moving us into an evangelistic-type ministry, and so we just sold everything we had and hit the road, not really knowing where we was going to go or how we was going to do it. We had 4 children at the time. The oldest one was 5. The youngest one was 4 months, and then, you know, through the years, the children were added and taking more of a part of our singing ministries, and so now we're doing quite a few concert-type ministries now. And so, yeah, 20 years is just a lot of changes in the face of this ministry.
My goodness. So the kids have literally grown up on the road.
Yes, they have.
And I know you've got to be proud of watching your kids develop into young men and women who are full of integrity, Christian character, and carrying on the work that you guys started. All right, now, there's got to be a challenge, though, in raising kids on the road. What would be a couple of those?
Challenges. Yeah.
Well, we ended up, having 8 children, and so our oldest 2 are now married. So now there's 8 of us on the bus, mom, dad, 6 kids. Probably the biggest challenge is just finding family time, finding mom and dad time. Yeah. That's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. So everybody's in their own little modes. You have your ways of doing things, and so it's, whenever you grow up on a bus, when children grow up that way, then they kind of find their place. But if you take adults and just throw 8 of them into a bus like that, then that would be a real challenge.
Okay. All right. Well, before we give Mike an opportunity to let the boys tell everything they've wanted to say about you guys on television, for those parents out there who have kids who are considering a Christian ministry or something, what would be a good piece of advice that you could share today?
Wow.
Make sure God's calling you to do
make
it.
sure the calling is there, and have an overwhelming love for God, because if you delight yourself in the Lord, He will give you the desires of your heart.
Well, apparently that's good advice because it's worked for you guys.
Yes.
Now let's give Mike Lefevre. You know, Mike's a little bit of a troublemaker sometimes.
Okay, here we go.
There's no telling what he's going to ask the boys, so y'all just hang around. We'll give you a chance for
hold our
rebuttal in
breath.
just for a minute. Okay, Mike Lefevre, it's all yours.
All
buddy.
right, I've got the male quartet here. I've got, let's see, we said 21 years old?
That's correct.
20 years old,
Yes, sir.
15 years old, and 10 years old. And who's the boss of the male quartet here?
Well, I'd say it'd be the one that everybody comes to see. It'd be this one right here. Quartet would be nothing without him.
All right. Well, we didn't get your names. Tell everybody your name real quick.
I'm Josh.
What's your name?
I'm Christian.
Christian.
Jared.
Zach.
And this is the male quartet part of this, guys. And let me ask you something. Growing up on a bus, now I travel on a bus every week, and I get to go home every week. So what would you say the pros and cons of being on a bus every day of your life would be? I mean, what's the good part? What's the not so good?
Well, a con is obviously lack of space, but we've kind of adjusted to that over the years. But a pro is you don't have to drive home. You just walk outside of the church and go home. Yeah.
Right.
Though that is also a con. You have to walk home everywhere you go.
I got you. Well, you know, that's amazing because to grow up on a bus like that. I asked you the guys when we were talking offset. Is there ever any intense fellowship?
I will decline to answer that one right now.
How about y'all? Have you got anything to say about this?
I can't lie. Yes, there is every now and again.
How do you resolve all that? I mean, you're right there. I mean, there's really nowhere to go on a 45-foot bus. I mean,
Well, you resolve it by being right there. I mean, you can't really go anywhere. So if you have a fight, you know, for an hour, you stand 15 feet away from it.
what it boils down to, though, is your family and you love each other. And I know your parents have raised you in a godly environment. What about now? You get to sing all your own music, but do y'all have favorite groups that you listen to, or groups that you like? Who? Go ahead.
Mike Lefevre Quartet. Just love that quartet.
My new best friend. How about you?
Well, I've always liked Karen Peck and New River personally, but
This is stage.
This is working out well for us. How about you, buddy? You don't like anybody, do you? You just I'm just kidding. How about you? You got favorites that really inspired you musically, or somebody that you like to pattern yourself after singing, or?
I've always been a big fan of Triumphant Quartet.
Yes.
Just how they're able to capture the classic sound of quartet music, but in a modern setting. So.
Well, that's great. Well, y'all are doing a great job. And I tell you what, I think this would be a good time for us to listen to what the sisters have to say. And Karen's waiting over here, so you may be in trouble.
Oh, boy.
But Karen, talk to these gals over here.
Well, you know, I love these kids. I love this family, and I've known them for years, and they've blessed me so much. And here we have Danielle and Abby, and they have another sister, Gabrielle, who is now married and has starting a family of her own. And so now you're down one sibling, sister. Now you have another brother, an older brother who is also married and has a family. But now you're minus one sister sibling, and you have all these brothers. So I know that's a lot of fun and it's challenging. And another thing is your mom homeschooled all of you, and so and I remember you had a library of some sort in the bay. Do you still have that library in one of the bays of your bus?
We actually don't. The bus we have right now is new, so it's under construction. So I'm not sure we'll still have that.
Yes.
But she did homeschool us all, and for the first couple of years, I imagine it was a little difficult. But as we got older, some of the older kids would help the younger kids with their school, so it all worked out very well.
That is great. So now, what are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Well, personally, I like singing, but aside from that, I enjoy reading. I like to sew. I can come up with things to sew. I'm not very good at it, but that's something I do enjoy doing, like to use my hands just when we're on long drives.
That is wonderful.
I'm actually more outdoorsy, so I like getting out and playing sports with my brothers. I like fishing. I like horseback riding, so just stuff involving the outdoors, but I also enjoy reading books and listening to music. So
That is wonderful. Who are your musical influences besides the Mike Lefevre Quartet and Karen Peck and New River?
Taranda Green is one of my personal
yes.
musical influences. I really loved listening to the Greens. Now I really like Brian Free and Assurance for music.
Yes. Yeah, definitely Brian Free and Assurance is one of my favorites. I've always admired the Perrys, especially over the past couple of years, to see all they've been through and just their testimony and influence over the people in Southern gospel music through all of that. So
That is wonderful. Well, do you have a favorite place you like to go?
I like the warm states. I like the South, so definitely Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana. Those are my favorite places to be.
That is wonderful. Well, I know that you travel a lot, and you've lived on the bus your whole lives. Am I right? Yes. And that is really it's wonderful to have that tight closeness with your families, and I know that's a blessing. And now I know that if you do you have a favorite scripture?
Wow, that's tough.
Well, probably all of them.
Yeah, all of
so
them.
I mean, yes, or a favorite hymn that you like.
My favorite hymn is "I'd Rather Have Jesus." I love that song.
That is great.
I really like Great Is Thy Faithfulness and Sweet Hour of Prayer.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we thank you so much for blessing us today. We love the Allen family, and I know that you all would love to have them at your church. And Danny, I know that you can wind this interview up, and we appreciate this family so much.
We sure can. Hey, before we go to the break, where can your viewers find you on the internet?
Absolutely. AllenMinistries.com.
AllenMinistries.com. Check them out there. Also, look for them on Facebook. They're everywhere. We're coming back with more music right here on Gospel Music USA. Stay tuned.
It has always been my lifelong dream to sing in a male quartet. And when no other quartet would call me, I decided I would grow my own. But I overdid it. I had more than 4 boys. And so they started their own little quartet and made me go to the piano. But this being our 20th year, I decided that since I own this quartet, I was going to sing a quartet song. And so we're going to do one for you right now. The only problem is there's going to be 5 of us singing a 4-part quartet song. So if that upsets some of you enthusiasts for male quartets, just ignore one of us. Just make sure it's not me. Here we go.
As you travel along, on the Jericho road, does the world seem all wrong? And heavy your load? Just bring it to Christ. Your sins are confessed on the Jericho road. Your heart He will bless. On the Jericho road. There's room for just 2. There's room for just 2. No more and no less. Just Jesus and you. Just Jesus and you. Each burden He'll bear. Each sorrow He'll share. There's never a care. For Jesus is there. For Jesus is there. Oh, my brother, to you, this message I bring. Though hope may be gone, He'll cause you to sing, 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 as Jesus commands. All sin's dark shackles must fall on the Jericho road. Will you answer His call? Will you answer His call? On the Jericho road. On the Jericho road. There's room for just 2.
Jesus and you.
Just Jesus and you, each burden he'll bear, each sorrow he'll share. There's never a care,
For Jesus is there.
for Jesus is there. On the Jericho road,
There is room for just two.
there's a room for just you, no more and no less.
Just Jesus and you.
Just Jesus and you, each burden he'll bear, each sorrow he'll share. There's never a care,
For Jesus is there.
for Jesus is
So good. Boy, I tell you what, you've got a voice and a half. But you know, all of you too, you know, it amazes me how you sing that bass and it just, but every one of you just are so solid. Do you work with these kids? Or do you work with them a lot?
Well, in the earlier stages, yes. But I thank God has just blessed them all with a talent, and so they just kind of hear their parts and sing it.
So it just comes natural
it's
with them. You know,
God
because
gets the glory.
well, you know, I think about it because you know those. I mean, you have to hear those parts, but every one of your kids hear those parts, and they sing on pitch so well and do so well. You know, I was just thinking earlier when you were talking to Danny about that you pastored a church. Would you have ever guessed when you got married that you would have just a worldwide ministry because you've got your ministry in Uganda as well?
Absolutely, yeah.
And
no, I wouldn't have dreamed it, but God does exceeding abundantly above all that we could ask or think. And so
yes, He does.
He's doing it.
And, you know, I think about you've preached the gospel, and here your children are part of this ministry. And I know that you get on that bus every night, and I know there has to be times when you're just thinking, oh, God, thank you. Mm-hmm. You know, that you've got all of these kids with you, and you've got your wife and your family, and in this tremendous I don't know why I want to cry, but it just, y'all bless me, and it's just it's a blessing to see your ministry and to see the trials that you've come through. You've really come through a lot, especially over the last few months, and but God has just persevered through you, and y'all just keep going strong, and you've got such a powerful ministry. Tell the folks at home, I know you all have enjoyed them so much. Thank you all for joining us with Gospel Music USA, and be sure to go on our fan page and like our fan page, and go to the Allens and like their fan page as well, and also go on theallens.com and get them to come to your church or or to a concert in their area. You will love this family live, especially too. So God bless all of you. Thank y'all for joining us today, and I think you've got another song. What's the song?
Yeah, When the Roll is Called Up Yonder.
Love that. Thanks
Everybody.
again.
Shall rise, and the glory of His resurrection share.